Hey guys, welcome to the Soccer Shack. My name is Max Weidman. I'm here with Patrick Garber and Will Hoffman, and today we're going to be discussing some English Premier League soccer. So, Patrick, why don't you start us off with kind of what's been going on in the English Premier League lately?
All right, so basically, we've got the transfer window wrapping up. There's been some big transfers coming through. We've also got Liverpool 19 points clear at the top of the table. They are undefeated. They've won 23 out of 24 games. They have a draw. And then, yeah, basically, we got big games coming up this weekend we could talk about later on.
So yeah, about Liverpool, they're on this very, historic run of lately, and it begs the question of whether or not they can keep it on. Reminiscent of that 2003-2004 invincible Arsenal team had when Wenger was at the helm. The big question with that is, can they do it? I know you're rooting for them not to.
Yeah,
not to
I
do it.
do not want them to make it. My favorite team's Arsenal, bro. I can't have Liverpool going and being unbeaten all season. It's just not in my nature.
And they just got Minimano from.
RB Salzburg, yes, a big
Yeah.
transfer in. He's kind of like, right now, I believe he's going to be like a rotation player behind their front three of Mo Salah, Sadio Mane, and Roberto Firmino. This weekend, they're playing Southampton. I think he might actually get a start due to Mane's injury. Mane's out for, I think, like 2 weeks for the hamstring injury. So, big opportunity for the young Japanese lad to come in and make a name for himself.
So with this new transfer, I know he's young and he doesn't probably cost that much. I mean, I'm not sure what the fee was, but is there anything in the future like are they gonna offload some guys? With Klopp and I don't know.
I don't know. They've got some decent backups. I know Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. He ended up scoring this past weekend. Or no, yes, I think it was a couple days ago when
I
they
guess
played
West Ham?
West Ham. Yeah, he scored the second goal. I know Shaqiri hasn't really been getting a look in. I don't know if they're gonna offload him in the summer. And yeah, I've also heard talks that they're trying to get Kai Havertz in from Bayer
Ooh.
Leverkusen for 80 million. So another big name player coming in, play midfield. I don't know, Jordan Henderson, club captain, he could be on the way out. James Milner, he's getting up there in age. He could be on the way out as well.
So I mean, age. Shaqiri and Oxlade. I mean, I'm not sure how Oxlade-Chamberlain.
He's
how old
I think he's about like 27, 28.
Okay, so he's getting up
he's
there.
he's prime.
But I mean, like James Milner, Henderson, they're getting up in years, so they're gonna have to worry about that sooner or later, right?
Oh yeah, no doubt. And I think Klopp, he's done really well to basically rework this whole Liverpool team. They were down. I remember when they had Brendan Rodgers, the Leicester City boss right now. He was at the helm after Rafa Benitez, I believe, and then they like shifted through a bunch of managers. They came through with Klopp, and Klopp's just basically taking them from a team who really wasn't competing for top four, and now they're 19 points clear at the top of the table. It's something amazing to realize.
Good. So yeah, Klopp, he's a very interesting success story. I'm a pretty big Dortmund fan myself, and seeing him leave and now having all this success in the pretty much the English Premier, actually Europe, in general. But it just sucks as a fan of Dortmund to see him leave and have all this tremendous success. I don't know. I wish we had that, but I mean, I think Klopp he's a great manager, and obviously it's reflective in Liverpool's success. I'm very happy for him. I appreciate his experience at Dortmund, and it's nice to see that he's having success, and I'm very happy for him for that. I never really had any prior experience before, like we've been talking, Patrick, with the Premier League. So all my soccer experience comes from the Bundesliga, and honestly, I was never aware of Liverpool at the time. I mean, the only guy I really knew was Steven Gerrard, who was the captain for Liverpool for a while there. But, I did follow the Champions League from time to time. So I never actually really saw Liverpool, competing for Champions League. And, they just won the Champions League a couple of years ago. Actually, I think it was last year. Yeah, I think so. But anyway, Klopp is a great manager, and I'm glad he's having the success he's having right now.
I think that's crazy. Isn't Liverpool also first up on the table?
Yeah, they're 19 points clear of Manchester City.
Yeah.
Manchester City, many people thought they were gonna win it this season, and it's been Liverpool. They've just kind of like ran away with everything.
Sheffield United, up from the second division, also pretty impressive.
Yes, a very big story right now. They're sitting currently 8th on the table. They've been as high as 5th. They've got players like John Fleck, John Lindstrom.
Lundstrom, yeah, I like
Yeah.
that guy. He's a good defender.
Those two guys have carried this team up through basically the thickness of the Premier League season right now. They're sitting 8th after halfway through the season right now,
Over halfway, yep.
and quite the story from them.
Well, not too long ago, we had Leicester City come up from the second division of the English League, and I can kind of see some parallels with that in the Sheffield United team. However, they're probably not going to win the Premier League this year, to say the least, but we'll see how that goes. What do you think of future seasons? Maybe not per se winning the Premier League, but maybe getting spots in like Europa League and Champions League. I mean, could that be a possibility?
I think if they can keep their core group around and bring in good players, like just recently they brought in a really good Norwegian talent in Sander Berg for 30 million. He's going to be the glue that kind of helps them stick together. He'll be playing CDM, and I would love to have Sander Berg at Arsenal. I think he's a great defensive midfielder. But I think this transfer is showing the Premier League they're going in the right direction. They're not afraid to spend big money on young players, and they've stuck to the roots. They really didn't bring in a lot of players over the summer, and they've stuck together, worked forward, and I think they could be. I don't know if they'll compete for top 4 every year, but
Okay.
I think they could do very good, possibly making Europa League, kind of like how Bournemouth did when they first came up with Eddie Howe.
Yeah.
So no, like you are an Arsenal guy at heart. So why don't we just talk about Aubameyang right there? How he's third in goals, right?
Yes.
Isn't he pretty high up there?
Yes.
After Jamie Vardy of Leicester City.
Yes, Jamie Vardy has had one hell of a campaign, and I know Sergio Aguero's caught him, and I can't remember who the other person
Isn't
was.
it Tammy Abraham? Or...
Yes, I believe it was Tammy Abraham of Chelsea. But now Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, he's just coming fresh off a 3-game suspension. This will be his first game since his red card against Crystal Palace when he went studs up against Max Meyer. Getting our captain back and our man who's just leading the lines. We've had some guys step up in the past couple of games in his absence, like Gabriel Martinelli, 18 years old. He came from
Brazilian,
came from the 4th division of Brazil, and we got him for $6 million. I think that's like the bargain of the century. I know Klopp is a huge fan. I know Pep Guardiola is a huge fan of Manchester City. So I'm looking forward to seeing how Mikel Arteta can get this through. I would love to see a front 3 of Pepe on the right side with Aubameyang through the middle and Martinelli on the left side. I think that would be an exceptional front 3 if they can get going. But yeah, Aubameyang coming back into the team is a huge plus for us, especially coming up against a very, very interesting team in Burnley this weekend.
So now Mari is coming to Arsenal as well from a transfer, right? Is he going to have as big an impact as Aubameyang will?
Brazilian. Yeah.
Yes. So Mari is he's actually the first left-footed center back that we have signed since 2007 when we signed Thomas Vermaelen.
Oh, man.
So yeah, I think right now it's just a loan. We signed him for $5 million, and in the summer we can buy him permanently if he does well for $10 million. So it's a signing that's low risk, high reward if it pays off. So I think it could be a decent signing.
And Liverpool is are they playing this weekend? I know you just said that they're
Yes, they are playing
because along with
Southampton.
Leicester City against Chelsea and Man U against Wolves and Tottenham Hotspur, Man City, all those games are going off this weekend.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that Manchester United and Wolves game because the Wolves have a great young talent in Adama Traore. The mini Hulkin, if you ever seen this guy, he's just a huge guy, but he's speedy, he's quick, he's creative with the ball. It's great. It's actually magnificent to watch him in a way because he defies like almost everything because his body. If you see his body, it's like he's short, but he's stocky at the same time, and he's just running past defenders, creating chances for others. And Jimenez, the Mexican international, he's actually picked it up not too lately.
Yeah.
And he's been having a great year.
Adama Traore, his like recent form, I don't know where it came from, but this man is absolutely killing it at the moment, picking up assists left and right. Jimenez, I think, has basically benefited the most from this, absolutely banging in goals for fun. I know Jimenez scored this past weekend. He's on my fantasy team. Got me some points.
Just picked him up today. So,
so hopefully he can. The both of them can prove to be beneficial for their game against Manchester United this weekend. I know Man U's got some injuries. Rashford's injured.
Yeah,
Pogba's still injured. So they're missing some guys, but Manchester United's also just brought in a big talent in Bruno Fernandes, up to 80 million. The reported cost for this guy, and I don't know what to think about him. Like, some fans think he's like the bee's knees, but other fans think he's not going to be able to perform in the Premier League. So we'll have to wait and see. Looking forward to that one. And then also this Leicester-Chelsea game. We'll just talk about this one for a second. Jamie Vardy. Come on, Jamie Vardy. We need you to score, buddy. Tammy Abraham. I'm actually not sure if he's actually going to play this weekend due to against Arsenal not this past weekend, 2 weekends ago. He ended up, I don't know if he like fractured his ankle or something, but him and Rob Holding were running towards the end line and they both slipped. Tammy Abraham kind of just like went studs up on the ad boards and his like leg kind of like stiffened. So Chelsea was out of subs, so they couldn't really bring him off. He was kind of like hobbling around, and I saw reports that Frank Lampard is going to try and ask him to play through it. I don't know how true that's going to be. It might be Michy Batshuayi who leads the line for Chelsea this weekend, but another interesting story point.
Actually, I was going to ask you about, I haven't been following up with him, but Christian Pulisic, the American. I know he got injured.
Yeah, he has.
Do you know anything more about that?
I saw that he had like an abductor muscle injury, so it could be he is out for a couple more weeks. I think I saw like mid-February he's going to be back, so I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. I don't think Frank Lampard is going to try and rush him back in. He's got more than capable wingers in Willian, Callum Hudson-Odoi, who can just come in and do a job. So we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully he's back soon for the American standpoints. But for me, I'm glad he's not been playing.
Okay. So going back to Man U, how many has it been? 3 have gone to Inter Milan in Italy.
Yes.
With the recent one being Ashley Young, their captain.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I like that.
Is it like pretty frequent to see a captain leave like that?
So basically, with only half a year left on his deal, Manchester United's thought process, they wanted to try and get some money for him without him like leaving for free in the summer. It kind of depends on who you are, like how big of a captain you are. I know Ashley Young was just brought, or he wasn't just brought in. He's been there for a couple of years now. And he kind of was like, I think this was his first year. He was named captain by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I thought he was doing a decent job at outside wing back, but I guess Manchester United couldn't get the contract sorted. I think he wanted more than just 1 year contract extension, and they just kind of offloaded him. But he's going to be linking up with
Romelu
Lukaku. He went to Inter over the summer. Alexis Sanchez there on loan. I know Solskjaer wants Alexis Sanchez back at the end of the season. There's going to be no way that Inter gets him because he thinks Alexis Sanchez still has a future at Manchester United. I don't see it personally, but who knows. And then also a big one, another former Premier League guy, Christian Eriksen. His contract winding down at Tottenham, and they booted him. He's at Inter Milan as well. So, like, Inter Milan becoming a Premier League team, if you think about it.
Yeah, for real. I've heard the joke going around that they pick up the Man U rejects.
Yeah, basically.
But speaking of Tottenham, since Eriksen left, Berwin with Eindhoven, PSV Eindhoven coming in, young Dutch talent. I've seen him play a couple times. I think he might do well.
I know with Harry Kane. Harry Kane's been out for a while. He's going to be out for a while. I don't even know if he'll be fit for the Euros. And a matter of fact, some England fans are very concerned about that. But yeah, with Berwin coming in, they'll have more talent to rotate up top through Heung-min Son, Lucas Moura, obviously Berwin. I know Lo Celso can play on that wing through a Dele Alli through the center, and I don't know. I hate Tottenham, so I
Yeah.
personally I
That
hope they
London
do bad.
derby is
I
coming.
hope they do bad, but that's just me.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for hanging with us. This is the Soccer Shack signing off. Again, this is Max Weidman, Will Hoffman, and Patrick Garber. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week.